No, YouTube. I wasn't actually going to talk in a YouTube video again. Now I've got about 10 grand. Um, Almost exactly. Left from an inheritance that I inherited a few years ago. I've got 10 grand. So let's go through what I could do. And also, I'm setting all my videos to private so I can just come back and watch them later. See how crazy I've been. See how much I've changed over a couple of years. Um, that'd be nice, I think. But yeah, I've got 10 grand. Um, and all I'll say to my government is it would be nice to see change, please. Don't just run me into the ground because I don't deserve it. I'm doing everything I can to be a good guy these days. Uh, getting somewhere, I'd like to think. But yeah, so I'm actually watching the news, BBC News channel with subtitles on, so you can't hear it, but I can see it. I can see what they're saying. Yeah, let's just say I've got 10 grand and I want to see change. So I'll give you a small sit rep of what's happened. So sit rep, a few years ago, I inherited some money. I was quite mentally a bit disordered, a bit unwell. I was doing my best, but now I'm over the worst of it now. I'm up early every day now. I'm at the job centre, not making a nuisance of myself, like I'm not arguing with people. Um, I've got um, I've got about 10 months left. It's like I'm on another warning, but this time I'm like, it's not from the council and the police. But I've got 10 months left of a course with the job centre. It's like being like I'm going to be let out in 10 months. Um, this hurts. Oh, this hurts so much. Anyway, I'll keep going. Yeah, so yeah, I'm at a course in the job centre. So let's try and think of things I can do now. Let's think in terms of business, not in terms of unlicensed business. This is so hard. All I say about the past is I feel a bit like Wolverine or maybe his brother. I feel like I've had more than one life. That's a good thing, I think. Means I've tried hard and I'm well, like Captain America when he laps the other guy with the wings, the guy out of Jarhead. No, not Jarhead, Hurt Locker, and 8 Mile. I don't know, I feel something like that. But yeah, so let's think. So business in England is tough at the minute. Let's talk just finance. I don't like. Let's just talk finance for a laugh. Um, yeah, like that's just that. So that's the intro to the video. And if you're wondering when all my other videos are gone, like I said, I'm just gonna set them to private. I might watch them later. They're not the best videos on YouTube. Maybe don't think anyone's gonna argue with me there. They're not the best videos on YouTube. Yeah, so Yeah. And with business, all I say about YouTube and I'll have a little dig at my government is that some actual, like, you gotta give. I mean, nowadays, all I say is some British rappers started on YouTube. Like, if you stop people from using YouTube, then I don't know how more underground you can be than start on a free platform. I don't know. Maybe they'll find a different way. Maybe things are just more like I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all I say is, if you're thinking about no one under 16 can use YouTube, like a few rappers back in the day, I mean, they were probably over 16. I still watch some of their videos now. I watch Marga. It's got a song called Shadows. It's really good. Super low budget. Probably snuck his way onto the roof of a building, like smashed the padlock, and then his whole video is just on a building in England somewhere, wearing a pink jacket. I mean, that's how you want to that's how you want to enter the scene, isn't it? Anyway, watch Gets videos sometimes. I watch. I don't watch Kano videos. I watch. Yeah, then now I like more that's what I used to watch really on YouTube when I started watching videos on YouTube. Now I really watch MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, yeah, Travis Barker, Halsey, Levine. I also watch Kerry Hilson, Neo videos. What's to watch? Usher sometimes, 50 Cent, Nicole Scherzinger. I'm in a bit of a loop at the minute. Don't really know what's like. I like newer music. I can't really name any newer bands from the last 5 years. Even before that, I'd never really I don't know. New music's good. Some new music you can see is people. Some new music's good. You can sort of follow it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a story, and like someone's tried to make a video with a story, and you can see it's good. But some videos are a bit experimental. But yeah, let's talk about my situation now. Let's talk business. What can I do with my 10 grand? So I could buy a laptop. Like, I could upgrade. 2 grand in England will buy me a laptop with an RTX 5080. But I don't know if I want to add to that situation of RAM shortage. I mean, I can write computer programs with ChatGPT's help, which is basically like a builder using a cement mixer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can mix it on your own, but it's easier with a bit of machinery, the right tools and all that. But I'm not sure I'd want to spend 2 grand on a laptop. I mean, I could use it for gaming for maybe the next 5 or 10 years, which would be a plus. I could possibly, with that amount of VRAM on one of them cards, I could get into the AI scene. I could train, like, make my own little like chatbot assistants. Possibly monetize that idea somehow. Like, so that's one idea. Could buy a laptop and get into the AI scene. The second idea I've had is to build a website. I could maybe the topic of the website would be sort of like Prince William's Earthshot, except more focused on instead of coming up with solutions to sort of problems, like, it would be the other side of the coin, but very similar. Probably it probably is covered by the Earthshot prize, but like making people understand that to use less. So, like, because, like, I think it's got to a point where you can see why everyone would want shoes or trainers. Yeah, you can see why everyone would want clothes. You can see why everyone would. So moving forward into the 21st century, yeah, everyone would want the internet so you can communicate, yeah, and see things like you. So it saves you jumping on a plane. If I want to see what's going on in outside of I don't know, the Louvre, Palace of Versailles. If I want to see what's going on in India somewhere, or like America, there's like a live cam somewhere. I can just tap in. I want to like it's probably on YouTube somewhere, or somewhere on the internet with recent photos at least and descriptions of the place. So that's probably you probably still need something like the internet. But when it comes to AI, I mean, people were playing video games before AI. I mean, fair enough. AI helps people make video games nowadays. But when it comes, I think it's gone a bit far. Like if you're going to try and sell everyone artificial intelligence, like sell everyone a supercomputer, like I don't think everyone needs a supercomputer. Like in like what I'll say about my life is my laptop at the minute it does everything I need it to. Like I can write computer programs on that laptop. It's got 6 gigs of VRAM, so it's not really AI like ready. But like I don't like. There's already 100. There's thousands of people, millions probably, that have already had the ideas I've had and are already in a process of making them. So like me making exactly the same thing as someone else, like as a project, yeah. But I'm thinking about business, monetization. I don't know why I talk sometimes. Yeah, so yeah, like I'm gonna eat now. I'll keep talking, but yeah. So I think it's basically gone a bit far now. Everyone wants supercomputers. And brainstorm with me, yeah. This is an open. Consider this like a brainstorming session. Like so, yeah. So my website, if I was to build it, would basically be. Oh, have I got a delivery? No, it's my neighbour. I ordered some new trainers. They're Reeboks. Building a website is much cheaper in the short term anyway. Keep running the website long term would rack up some bills. But if I made a website telling people how they should start living, like back in the day, back in the 90s, you see people trying to live off grid or whatever to save money. Think of it like I'd be trying to save the environment. Like my website would be like, if you build wires and cables all over the world and you sell everyone a supercomputer that contains metals that are mined, destroying lots of square miles of land, like creating CO2 emissions and all that. Like you don't need that. You need, I think where we're at now in a minute, people need to start thinking this is a sweet spot for the world. That's the topic of the website. Yeah, that's what it would be if I made it. Like try and live with what we've got now, and like, and also there's a lot of people on the earth, and if like there's only one Earth, like this is why it's a bit like the Earthshot prize, because this planet's the only one with life on it. We're not going to get to another one unless we sort of computer game style put an atmosphere on Mars. But then even if we do that, there's no animals on Mars. Like if we like kill all the rare stuff on Earth and because we want to expand our computer networks. I mean, I'm happy. Like if it took a supercomputer to diagnose me, and I never saw the supercomputer and I got ill, like I think I could take that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that would be my second idea is business, and then I'm struggling for more ideas. So I could buy a laptop and try and get into the AI scene, be part of the problem. If you can't beat them, join them. And the second idea would be a website. The idea of it being to teach people to live with what we have now instead of always wanting more and more expansionist, yeah. Instead of being wanting to expand everything, like appreciate that we have the internet, we have electric, we have trainers that are better than Nike Air Max and also cheaper. They're called Reeboks. I spilled some pasta. But after that, I'm really struggling for ideas. I'll tell you why once I've finished eating. No, I'll tell you while I'm eating. I watch some videos that say like the government's not very fair. But I'm like, and that's sort of right. But it's the financial system that's not fair. Like I'm telling you, to be financially successful, you have to have like a monopoly on a selling on a product, yeah. Or you're not going to be successful. Like if you think of it in terms of music, like Kylie Minogue, Madonna, Levine, and now MGK, Travis Barker. I don't know, and think like songwriters like that have written great songs. But it's true for like engineering as well. Like there is a most efficient way to produce food, like farming and stuff. Like you have to like they don't all use different equipment. They all use basically the same equipment because it's the best equipment. Like you have to have like a monopoly. I'm not saying they all buy the tractors from the same shop, but you know what I'm saying? Like they all need tractors. Tractors is like whoever invented the tractor, whoever does that idea best, sells the best tractors, is gonna have the monopoly. So the only way you can really be successful in the current financial world is to have the monopoly on a type of business. So whether that's like entertainment, engineering, yeah. So I don't know really. I'm a bit stuck for ideas about what to do if I don't sort of take my compete in the AI race, artificial intelligence. Yeah, if I don't make a website, I don't have. I mean, 10 grand is not. It's not like I'm unemployed, so I can't get a loan and start a business. I mean, maybe I could if I went to the bank with a good business plan. But even then, I can't afford premises. The business would again be on the internet. And I would need to find like what storage for stuff I want to sell. Just a place I want to buy things. I don't know. So yeah, I'm a bit stuck. And why this is keeping me up at night a bit is because when you go to the job centre, they just expect you to. I mean, yeah. So, and option 3. Well, before we start just running down the easy targets. Option 3 is actually find a job. Now, the problem with that is that in Bedford, large department stores, Marks and Spencer's, for instance, I'm still waiting for that to reopen. There is, though, very little sign of it reopening anywhere in Bedford. There is actually a Marks and Spencer's petrol station that sells. It's got a nice sweet section with cakes and stuff. So yeah, I suppose in a way Marks and Spencer's is never closed. But yeah, like the thing with finding a job is now that I don't have like, I'm almost 40. I had mental health problems when I was growing up, but like now I've got no experience in work. Like I worked for Amazon. They're actually closing the Amazon that I worked in. I actually like working there. I had a couple of Christmas dinners there at work, sitting with people, but on my own. Story of my life. Story of my life. So option 3. So after I could buy myself a new laptop, try and think something clever to do, or I could build a website, think of ways I could monetize that. Consultancy, yeah. So I would consult people. If someone was thinking like they need to move things forward at a fast pace, I'd say, whoa, mate. Is that the best thing to do? That would be my consultancy elevator pitch. Yeah, and option 3 would be finding a job. That's going to be tough though, because other people have experience or education that is better than mine. So I don't know. Those 3 options are really, and all I'll say is that business is tough, taxes are high, people's expectations are unrealistic. I mean, I have clothes and I'm presentable. I've got like smart clothes to wear for an interview and stuff. But like what I'm getting at is that making money, like there's no I don't want to say there's no business in Bedford, but like, or what I was gonna say, they've turned not only has the main Marks and Spencer's not only is that probably never reopening, there's several large retail spaces in Bedford that have recently changed use or changed their shop like multiple times over the last few years. I am still waiting for Marks and Spencer's to reopen. I'm hoping, like, because I don't know, I could do with maybe a nice blazer. I don't know, but I could. I have money, but Marks and Spencer's ain't here anymore. Yeah, so Marks and Spencer's, like, maybe they will reopen. Maybe they won't reopen. I mean, if Marks and Spencer's, the point of this video is me thinking about financially, what am I supposed to do here apart from claim benefits? I'm thinking if Marks and Spencer's are not reopening, and they're quite like a big fish. I don't like fish. Let's rephrase that. Marks and Spencer's are is the business. Marks and Spencer's is like is British. We can all agree that Marks and Spencer's, a British guy opened that store, that chain, like, thought of the name. Yeah, Marks and Spencer's is a top British brand. Top British brand. Now, if they can't think of how to make money, sorry, I had an alarm on my phone there. It's actually at Half Price Electric every Sunday. It's time for me to use that soon. The plan is I wash this up, I finish this, then wash that up, and then I put my my electric clothes dryer on. Yeah, so, but Marks and Spencer's, like, reopening would be like, if I saw signs of life. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say. Yeah, not only have the large retail spaces, some of, like, there's one where Wilkinson's used to be. Now Wilkinson's used to sell everything. Wilkinson's shut down maybe 2 years ago, and now it's a shop for the whole ground floor. I don't know how the building hasn't sort of gone like this, yeah, because there doesn't seem to be anything holding anything up. But that's a different story. But it's all furniture. There's, like, a lot of furniture. Like, I don't know whether you go in there and you talk to the staff, and then the staff deliver that furniture that's on show. But, like, there's a lot of show furniture, which would then leave the display empty. There's jewelers as well that have turned into, like, I think something to do with insurance, like a jeweler's shop. You think, yeah, that's gonna make money, like, it's gold, it's silver and whatever. But yeah, like, see, they again, they moved premises, but what has replaced the jewelers is just people at desks sitting down and standing up, which I actually think is a great thing, because you shouldn't have to sit down at a desk. Standing up and using a computer is a legitimate thing now. Like, computers are more established and stuff. Like, you can put a laptop or a screen and have your tower on the floor and cable it up, where cable management it up, so it looks cool. It's what I've got here. I've got a standing desk set up there. Probably can't see it because of the light, but I've got a dual monitor, my Xbox controller, got my laptop there on charge out of the white light, and I've got that's my setup there. But yeah, so yeah, so, like, but what I'm getting at, what I'm really getting at, is there's a couple of retail spaces that are right in the town centre. Now, I don't know what I don't know whether it's to say Alan Sugar or Dragon's Den would make, like, I don't know who to use there as a guide, as a guardrail, as a guide. But they're empty, and they've been empty for a long time. One of them tried to reopen as a the most expensive space in town, the most actual central shop in town. Which once upon a time was a different shop. Also, I don't know how that building didn't go, like, inwards, because there didn't seem to be a lot of things holding it up inside. Like, obviously, if you move the walls out a long way, you don't have anything standing in the middle, how does everything not just go like that? But it's a different story, I suppose. But yeah, but the space is empty now. It's my neighbour. Also, Anyway, let's keep this finance oriented. I'm going to make this about 40 minutes. Probably. I can't, but yeah, so if like the top business minds can't come to Bedford and employ people and put things that people need in town and want and make it look cool. Looking cool is the apparently in England is the make it or break it part of that. But if top businesses can't, if business can't move into Bedford, like what chance has someone like me got of being employed by that business or being a part of that business to help so yeah. So those are my 3 ideas. Remember, I've got 10 grand. Do not forget that. So I've got 10 grand and it would be nice to see change and I'm unemployed. So yeah, and my 3 ideas that I've got. Now, a younger me would have had ambitions. I'll tell you so we'll go through my 3 ideas again, then I'll tell you what I used to want. So I can either buy a nice laptop and get involved in artificial intelligence, try and use sort of artificial intelligence to create something like a computer program, some kind of chatbot, which is basically artificial intelligence. But if I do that, I can move it onto a server if it turns out to be something I need to run 24/7. So I've got ideas there, but nothing really I'm not front of that. I'm not going to win that race. So part of me thinks why just keep my money. So second idea is make a website teaching people how to live a bit more sustainably, a bit like the Earthshot prize. But again, it's already there. So, I mean, am I just building another website that's exactly the same? But my website would be more instead of, it would I think the word is lobby. Yeah, lobby a person, lobby a business. Possibly the government would even notice I exist. Other than for the mental health stuff that they probably track me for all over the place. But whatever. But yeah, so the second thing is I can make a website to help people use for example, use artificial intelligence less, be less reliant on this super computer. Because if the computer turned, my reasoning for that one, it would have other things like I said, building wires all over the world and knocking down forests and whatever. It's all bad. The website would be why we need to do less of that quickly, or we'll have nothing left. Earth will just be a dust ball with a few sheep on it and whatever. And that ain't it's not a good outcome for anyone. An overpopulated dust bowl that is that is also sinking. But whatever. So yeah, the second idea is some kind of awareness around looking after our planet. And the third would be get a job. But the thing there is I don't have experience and business is tough. There's empty shops in town that at best would employ 10 or 20 people, maybe more. But after they were set up and they paid people, that's 10 or 20 people. That doesn't solve the bigger issue of unemployment. I'm going to say something controversial. Unemployment is part of just unemployment is you need to see unemployment in a society. If you have things that work. All I'm saying is unemployment is you need unemployment to have employment. If you don't have unemployment, you don't have employment. That was good orange juice and a good macaroni cheese. So yeah, those are my options. I've got 10 grand. It'd be nice to see change. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'll keep going for another few minutes. But I've said, like, I don't have any other business idea. Oh yeah, what did I used to want to do? I used to want an actual career. Briefly, I wanted to be a social worker. Briefly after that, I wanted to be maybe a film director. What else did I want to be? Well, that was when I was about 18. When I was about 20. No, when I was about 21, I wanted to be a social worker. In my mid-20s, I wanted to be a film director. But like it didn't happen. So I like, and when I was younger, I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. But now I've like seen everything because of the internet, and like no one in Bedford knew how to be a social worker or make films, so that didn't happen. Well, maybe a couple of people did, but not really. Not long term, but they did try. So yeah, like those are my options. And I just thought I'd put this up there because I'm just putting this one video up and taking all my other. I might leave some of my shorts up because there's one of my shorts has got a sculpture in the local crematorium. I made out of glass and metal with a path around it. I counted. It's got about 144 green hearts, like going all around it. You probably, if you know my channel, you've probably seen it. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it belongs in a museum. I'm thinking the only reason why they haven't knocked that crematorium down is because it's got a sculpture at the back of it. I actually found that sculpture while I was walking around the crematorium with my mum at her final service in the middle of the night. I knew, I felt like something was in that crematorium that might help me. And I found that sculpture, and it has helped. I'm not big on art or how a painting, like, but I do appreciate art now more, I suppose, because of that. But before that, I struggled for anything really. But after seeing that sculpture and where it was significant to me. So, yeah. Yeah, so basically, I just thought I'd put this one video up, take my others down. And like I said, I'd enjoy maybe in 10 years, maybe in 20 years, maybe in 30 years, I'll still have my YouTube channel and I can rewatch all the videos that I made on my own. Every single one. I mean, that's not fair. I mean, well, pretty much it's only me in the videos, so. But yeah, anyway. So I'm going to leave this right there, YouTube. And in all seriousness, if you think I've missed something, like bear in mind, when I was young, I wanted to travel. When I was a bit older, I wanted to be a social worker and a film director. No one in Bedford could make that happen. And I was in my local college for some of that. And I was at the job centre. They couldn't make it happen. Now, they're going to say, like, we could have made that happen, but they couldn't. And obviously, when I was younger, I wanted to travel, to see the world. Like, I had ambitions, yeah. But now my options are I can start a website. I could buy a new laptop, sorry, and do like some artificial intelligence, building a robot to help people. Not probably not a physical robot, but like I could using artificial intelligence, like, but yeah, but other people are already going to have thought of this and made all my stuff, so there's not much point in that. And then the other thing is I could make a website teaching people they need to be more realistic with their like, not everyone should, in my opinion, have access to a supercomputer. Like, for like I would happily play on my PS5. Like, there's hundreds, thousands of games that I haven't played on PS5. I own games that I haven't played. So it would almost be healthy for me to sort of stop where I am, technology, like in a technology sense, play those games, and then wait for whatever happens next. So yeah, the second thing is to sort of teach people that we only have one world. You can't keep asking for everything. And I know that brings up harder situations to do with health or the law or whatever, but like they're conversations that need to be had by someone. At the minute, our government just says, yeah, give them whatever they want. Yep, give them whatever they want. It's fine. Like, so, but yeah, I think we need to be more sustainable and remember that there is one planet with animals and stuff on it that we need to take better care of. Because once these animals and all this stuff that's alive is gone, we're going to have to try and repopulate Mars, which is probably not going to be very easy. And it's not going to happen within the next 10 years. And within the next 10 years, there's probably going to be a lot of damage to the Earth. So, but yeah, that's my second idea, like a website themed around those themes. And third idea I have is just try and get myself a job interview and a job. But yeah, I don't have much experience. There's not many new shops opening in town. So yeah. But anyway, YouTube, like I said, yeah, those are my options. And if you're wondering where my other videos are, I haven't deleted them. I just sent them to private. I'll watch them later. So yeah, if you got any thoughts or whatever, drop them in the comments. Anyway, have a nice day, YouTube. I think I can leave this there. Yeah, have a nice day, YouTube.